Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Madhouse. This time, I wasn't preparing to do this, and if I was going to have this particular guest on, I would want him at my apartment recording on, proper equipment. But my friend Dontez called me last night, and we ended up having pretty good discussion. I would say pretty entertaining. It was about 3 hours long. Obviously, I cut that down. And I think I'm going to just make it into two separate podcasts. Because the first half, we're kind of reminiscing about stuff and just talking about different things, which I find, there's a lot of funny moments in there. And the bonus episode, I think the first bonus episode I'm going to do is the second half of that conversation, which is a lot more just crazy stuff that we talked about. So, but obviously I must address the elephant in the room, is that this is a recorded phone conversation, so it's not going to be that great quality. You might find it intolerable, I understand that, but it seems pretty clear to me that the quality is at least consistent. So once, after a minute or two, your ears get acclimated to it, you should be able to understand everything. And yeah, so maybe the second half of this conversation, maybe not the best one to put as a bonus episode, but fuck it, it's the next episode in line, so might as well, Anyways, thank you so much for listening beforehand, and also, before we go on, I got some gameplay of Mega Man 7, because I was playing that as I was talking to him, but this is not recorded gameplay during the conversation. I recorded this after the fact, and I got pretty frustrated. So I switched to some old gameplay that you might have seen before, that I used for a video that no one watched. So you probably didn't see it before. It was from my sister playing GTA. So yeah, if you want some background visuals, that's there for you. Or you can just go to a new tab. We have YouTube Premium. Just close your phone and listen to us in the background. Without further ado, let's go on to this recorded phone conversation. Sorry about that. A short addendum, actually, for listening, is because there's actually, this is latter part of a discussion. So if it doesn't make sense in the beginning, it's because we're referring to something else. We're having a discussion about. He asked me a question was rape rampant in ancient times or whatever. So giving you some context, had to call me back because he couldn't hear me go on the first call. And also, we do talk about people, people in our lives, but anyone that we mentioned that was in high school, I don't think in this recording we did, in this episode we did, but going further in any episode, I'm gonna talk about people from high school. I'm just gonna I'm gonna censor out their last name. If it's someone from elementary school, I don't give a shit, really. I mean, honestly, I don't give a shit about anyone's talking about anyone's first or last name, but just to meet societal expectations halfway, I'll bleep out or censor out the last name. So I did that here for one name. Besides that, on this episode, it's not really much of that. But going forward, that's kind of the rule. So I just want people to know that if I talk about you, I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna, if I talk about you in particular, if you know me, and we come up, I'll take out the last name. Anyways, now I could say, enjoy the show. Hello.
You answer the phone the same way every single time.
It is a ritual.
Hello. No, that's not quite. It's like hello. That is. That should sound like.
All right. But if recorded history from ancient times is to be any guide, yeah, there's a lot of rape.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of Jesus Christ. I was on the bus today, and they had this guy. I don't know if it's his original song or something. He was singing this Jesus bounce song. People were really hyping him up. And then it started taking like wild turns from there. Like first it was like this Jesus like bounce on. He's like, Jesus my rock, 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 rock. Then I can't remember the rest of it. Then they had one he was like guns down, Bibles up. Some shit like that. And then he takes his helmet off and he starts walking around the bus. He's like, hey, fine, God, give me some money for this performance. And I was really thinking, I was like, he's gonna get a couple dollars. No, Mark, my man walked away with an empty bucket.
Wow.
Empty helmet. I mean, all the people that was like singing with him, like saying, "Yeah, we love Jesus." They don't love Jesus enough to continue his what do you call that? Like his regimen of being nice to the poor. They don't love him that much.
Damn.
Then out of nowhere, it takes a wild left turn. He's like, why the priest and the pastor let these gay people run the play? God don't like gay people. I was like, sheesh. Then it got really dark, Mark, because this guy, he goes, I didn't want to be gay. That man touched my weenie. He raped me, and I was like, oh my God. It just wasn't even funny after that. It was just so bad. I was like, wow, this is really happening right now.
On the bus?
On the bus. He said that in front of everybody. Then the bus driver goes, y'all gonna have to call RTA and tell them y'all need a new bus driver.
You're gonna have to Uber yourselves home.
Oh man. Yeah, that was kind of wild. Then this little girl lost her cell phone. And then like the mom or the grandmother, I couldn't tell which it was. But she's telling me, she's like, you should have gave it to me or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's how you saw it. You should have took it from me. That's how you saw it. You should have took it from me. And so they're trying to get her to call the phone so that the phone will ring and they'll find it. And the woman gives her number to the people, and then her phone starts ringing. And then she picks it up nonchalant, like, hello? And the other person on the phone on the bus is like, hello? And they're both just looking at each other dead in the face. It was just ridiculous. First day on the bus again, and it was about as much antics as you would suspect.
I think that's probably it's more antics than I probably ever observed on the bus.
Seriously?
Not anything that's coming to mind. Like, I don't know, most of the time it would just be, like, I don't know, going to school, usually there'd be this guy on the bus that I don't know if he was, like, I don't know, some type of mental affliction. But, like, every time he tried to talk, nothing would come out of his mouth. But he always dapped me up when I came on the bus, even though I never talked to him my entire life. Like he talked like he dapped me up as if I knew him, or we knew each other from past lives or something.
Yeah, like from past lives. From past lives, come on, Mike.
But I mean, there's a time where like an older lady, still working age, like probably in her 50s, shat herself on the bus. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Mark, did you know in a past life you were a tiny little Asian girl?
I don't believe that.
You don't believe in past lives? Come on.
No.
Everyone believes in past lives.
No.
Dang, my boy Mark doesn't believe in anything that's unfounded by sex. Not a single thing. Wait, next you're going to be telling me you don't believe in unicorns.
I mean, that's an evolution. Maybe they existed at some point, but they went extinct for some reason.
Why do you have one horn?
Why do our narwhals are real, right?
Yeah, narwhals do have one horn. You're right. Okay, checkmate. Checkmate, atheist.
I always felt, even as a kid, you could believe all this. Like, you could be like a Christian and still, It's when like you want to take all the like it's difference between like you actually believe it, and there's difference between people who just use it to comfort themselves. Because then
Oh yeah.
if you use it to comfort yourself, you're gonna believe all the ridiculous stuff too.
Or you'll use all the ridiculous stuff to comfort yourself.
Yeah. Like there's Christians, like there's Protestants who also like it's exclusive to American Protestants that believe like in past lives, who believe in like redemption, like any action can be redeemed because I have a personal relationship with God. Like it's not what Martin Luther really
I think
talked
that's
about.
most Christians, Mark.
I think European Christianity is a lot different than American Christianity.
Yeah.
For historical purposes, because we have like
The good old C of E.
The good what?
Good old C of E.
What does that mean?
Church of England.
Anyways, just trying to beat this hard ass game.
You're playing right now?
Yes.
You playing and talking on the phone at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you're a YouTube commentator. You're a professional at this kind of stuff.
I don't know. I'm comfortable talking while playing the game. It feels natural.
Oh yeah, that's me too. Actually, now that I think about it. Right back when I used to play with Bryce, stuff like that. Talking smack when we play Madden. Definitely talking big smack when we play 2K.
I feel like every time I talk smack playing Madden, it immediately got like it was like instant karma every time.
I remember playing against you, and you threw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, I wasn't very good then. I'm very good now.
You say you're very good now?
Yeah, it's not play like
Well,
some.
we gonna have to play each other.
All right. Because back then I was
We
playing.
play each other when I come over there.
All right. Well, I only have a Madden 13 and Madden 25.
The two best Maddens.
Yeah, I keep seeing these videos talking about how these Maddens from like the middle of like the 2000s best Madden. I have a hard time believing that. The graphics are so ugly. How could they be the best?
How could they be the best? Well, I have the best memories of 13 and 25. 13 because of Mom, I'm pregnant. And 25 because you can just run the ball over and over again. I mean, that's even a newer Madden. You can just run the ball over and over again.
I think that's pretty much every Madden game.
Maybe you're right. I know Chris Johnson was pretty damn fast in Madden. Was that 13 or 25? I think that was 13.
Yeah, I think it was 13.
Well, Chris Johnson was 99 speed.
The first time I played Madden, I was playing. I think it was like Madden 10, maybe Madden 9. I think it was the one with Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu was on the cover.
I think that's 8.
Okay, yeah, I think that is 8. Well, I was playing that against my cousin, and we had a game that was like we had triple digits up against each other, like we were scoring so often. And I was
were y'all just like both using all out blitzes, and the other person was using Hail Mary?
I know. Well, when I played Madden back then, all I did was blitz because it just seemed like that's what you do. You just run everyone at the guy, and then you get them, right?
I mean, that's what I do to this day.
But I remember my offense. It was like one of the first time I played Madden. I think this might have been an earlier Madden than that because Deuce McAllister was still on the Saints. I got Deuce McAllister to run, what's it called? HB tosser, right? HB tosser left, 7 to 12 yards every time. But
Deuce McAllister,
yeah, he was. But since ever since back then, I didn't really watch football, but I was still playing the game, so I didn't really understand what football was, really, the strategic aspect of it.
But ever since I did, like really understanding like all the plays and stuff, I just kept murking the computer, and I feel pretty good. I feel like I could beat anyone really. Oh
You ever
yeah,
played Bryce?
nope.
Oh man, that would have been a duel for the centuries. You know what's weird? Even though like Bryce, Keith, and I, we used to play it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of us used to have some pretty embarrassing losses. Like I remember shutting Bryce out one time, like 42-0. I remember losing to Bryce one time, like 72-7.
Damn.
I remember one time Keith lost to Bryce. It was 54-0 at halftime, and he quit.
Mercy rule.
I remember Keith basically did the same thing to Bryce. It was like 28-0, and then Bryce was all right. That's 4 touchdowns. Let's go. I think it was nasty too. It was like first play of the game, Hail Mary, touchdown. Bryce gets on offense, pick 6. Kicks off the ball, kick return touchdown. 4 and out, punt return touchdown, game over.
That is, some games are just, even against the computer, some games are just like that. Even though you're just dominating most of the time, some games are just, oh my
He
god.
was so lucky.
It's like some games you win the coin toss, you fuck up, throw an interception or something. Of course, they score on it. You try to be super aggressive and throw every down. You like didn't turn over on downs or whatever, and just like my aggression is being punished so badly here. Then they end up quitting halfway through the game, saying, "No, that didn't count. I'm not saving the game. I'm trying again."
Wow. That's our franchise mode too, huh?
Yup. I'm being 16 and oh god damn it.
I'm gonna be 16.
The last time I played somebody in football was vodka raid. It was very odd.
Did you beat him?
Of course, I beat him by 3 touchdowns.
You beat him by 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, it was like 42-21 or 49-28, something like that. It was LSU versus Alabama, and why is he an Alabama fan? Who cares? Let's stop talking about him. But yeah, I haven't.
Let's not talk about your best friend from UL.
All right. I just finished working on some lyrics that I wrote in that UL period.
I was gonna ask you about your music.
Yeah, not great times. Everything I said about that time is 100% true. None was played up for artistic purposes.
Oh man, I gotta hear that.
But
also, Taylor Shelley is in my class. I don't know if you know who that is.
yeah, I know who that is. I remember she was friends with a girl named, you remember Jacaria?
Yeah, I remember Jacaria.
Jacaria. It's just so long since I said that name that I'm actually realizing like kind of how black that name is.
It was spelled with a G.
I remember Jacaria being. I was very attracted to her as a 7th grade boy.
I mean, she was the first girl to get some big titties.
Yes. But she was always by her. But anyway.
So that's why you never asked Jacaria out.
No, I was a 7th grader. That's why I never asked Jacaria out.
I was hoping you would say yes, so I'll be like, no, it's because you were fucking losing.
Wow, that's mean.
I was just about to say, now that I say it out loud, it sounds really fucking mean. That sounds really mean. Now that I said it out loud.
But oddly true.
No, not really. You can't really say things like that if they're true. Otherwise, it just hurts too bad. I usually make it my policy not to insult something on people, not insult people on something that's true. That's just kind of grimy, you know.
I feel like if you're gonna insult someone, you might as well make it true. My opinion.
I mean, now that I think about it, I do say things that are true sometimes.
There's so many insecure teens and kids out here.
They're easy targets, dude.
Well, I mean, there's so many.
No, I think most teens are insecure to some extent.
You said what?
I think most teens are insecure to some extent.
Yeah, it depends on the environment. I think if you grow up in just certain schools, it's just like you're waiting to be. I guess I don't know. I'll compare it to a game. Let's say Fortnite, and that like wall is constantly closing in, and you just hope that you're not the one about to be caught by it, type things. Like like over the course of the semester, people are getting roasted viciously, or if you went to Catholic school like I did for a little bit, someone is going to get paddled. Like that the reckoning is coming, but you just hope that you hope time runs out before it's your time.
Nice.
I remember that feeling. I don't remember what setting it was though. Like being scared of being made fun of because a bunch of people were just getting made fun of by someone.
Are you scared that you were next?
I was scared I was next. Talk about another phrase that sums up a certain part of my childhood, afraid of being next.
Oh, man. That's wild.
But damn. You talked to Taylor Shelley? How's she doing?
I talked to her for a little bit. She's doing pretty good.
Oh, wait, I think...
She was at UM for a little bit.
Yes, I met her last year.
You met her?
Yeah.
I knew her.
I remember walking the courtyard coming out of from like a broadcasting class, and I saw her, and I said hi or whatever, and that annex building,
Mm-hmm.
So I walked out of there and I met her around that area. Nice to meet you. Whatever you're doing, I'm doing good. You're doing good, or whatever. Okay, bye.
Nice to meet you. What? Y'all went to the same middle school?
No. Whatever is appropriate. Whatever the appropriate thing to say, I said that. All right.
You definitely said nice to meet you.
I do.
Marc, what are you talking about? I can imagine that.
Well, I was flustered because I wasn't expecting to meet anyone from my past at this school that I didn't know of. And I was just like, it was the end of a long day of doing bullshit work, and I was just ready to go home. So I was just expecting to go to my room and like do whatever. And then on that way of just being mentally checked out, I meet this person that I haven't met in years and I wasn't prepared to talk to.
You see this person you haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
When you meet someone, that implies that that's your first time seeing them ever.
Is that?
Yeah.
If I met with some person,
if I just told you I met Chris Brown, I don't know why Chris Brown was the first person that came to mind.
Well, if I said I met, like today I met, whatchamacallit. Like I met I guess I saw Marcus. I wouldn't say I met Marcus, but I don't know. It could be technically.
Did you say you met Marcus at certain place?
I met Marcus at Church's Chicken today.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's appropriate in that? I saw her. I talked to her. Okay, I talked to her. So after I talked to her, I'm still in that area part ways, and I saw her walk through, like, go straight through, like, the path you would take to go to the cafeteria. I saw her walk through that way. And so I walked through, like, the middle atrium of the like, the student center building.
Yeah, I know talking about the student union.
Yeah, student union, so I wouldn't have to...
I can imagine it's pretty well, actually.
So I wouldn't have to walk next to her for that, for that walk, because I had nothing else to say. I didn't want to talk to her anymore. So I acted like I was walking a different direction.
Marc, that's some top tier introvert shit.
Yeah, it really is. So,
It really is.
so I got to that student union, like the middle student union, and I walk. Honestly, I'm still trying to go to the dorm, so I walk to the left as soon as I get in, and I take another left to go back, like towards the cafeteria, and I end up just walking right back into the group and seeing her again. And it's
good job, Mark.
well, I thought I was
and then
walking.
Of course, she was like, "Hey, Mark."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I thought the route I was taking was slower, so they would be in front of me. But since they're in a group, I guess they're walking pretty slow. So
Yeah.
so fuck.
So when you're in a group, you always walk as slow as the slowest person.
So yeah, I had to say hi to them again. And I didn't like
that.
That
was agonizing for you, wasn't it?
Agonizing. Knife in the back. But anyways, so I never talked to her again. Never saw her again. Which is cool, I guess. And remember John? You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
He also goes to UL.
Yeah, I remember that.
I saw him multiple times. Locked eyes multiple times. Never said hi once.
He can't act like he doesn't know who you are because you're like the biggest person in that school.
My goodness. And our moms know each other. It's like they talk about us to each other. Like we're not. It's not like we're just bounded. Like you could say you don't know me because we haven't gone to school together for years. Like our mothers know each other.
Dude, I saw a guy that I knew in second grade. He still dapped me up.
Damn. Wow.
My boy Tyron Dennis. He looks exactly the same except like, I don't know, 3 feet taller.
Where'd you go to like early elementary school?
Chips, McDonald's, 15.
Until you went to Lake Forest. The whole time?
Yep.
I see.
Yeah, I went to McDonald's 15 before it was a kid school in like early elementary, like pre-K, kindergarten, first grade. Then it turned into a kid school when I was in second grade after Hurricane Katrina. Second grade, third grade, fourth grade. Actually, for first grade, I was in Maryland, and I went to this place called Ashburn Elementary. And I still remember my teacher, Mrs. Blouse. Interesting. I don't know why I remember her.
What does KIP mean?
Analogies Power Program.
Well, what is that program?
It's just like a school thing. It's like a think of like what's a good example? Well, Mark, help me out here. What's a good example?
I don't know. Is it like a different curriculum? Is it just?
Nah, not really. It's just it's like a school it's like a program for inner city kids, kind of. That's what it's targeted at. They're like all over the country. They get lots of young teachers to work there.
All right. I'll look into it.
I remember we had this thing called Celebration every Friday. I never really got to go, but I did get to go early, like from like second to fourth grade. I went to Celebration all the time, where basically you had these paychecks, right? And every time you acted a fool in class, they take money out of your paycheck. And if you were too broke, you couldn't go to Celebration because you couldn't afford it. So I was pretty damn broke for the most part, because like talking back to the teacher, that's minus $20. You start with 100. Listen. Talking back to the teacher, that's minus $20. You start with 100. You need 80 to get there. So I pop off the first time on Monday because I'm like, I still got my 80. Then by the time my second class on Monday rolls around, I gotta say something. And then if you went below, I think 50, you got put on bench. So they have this analogy that we were all a team together. And if you act out too much, you got put on bench, and they'll give you this green, like reflective shirt to put over your school shirt to signify that you were no longer part of the group.
How was that supposed to make you behave better and and not make you like super insecure or like mentally warped? It's not supposed.
Marc, at the beginning of the week, I would walk in and they would hand me my bench.
My goodness, that is like simultaneously like a great way to prepare you for life because that's kind of how it is, but also just horrible, just such a horrible thing.
And also, like, you didn't get to go to Celebration. And Celebration was pretty darn lit, honestly. I remember we used to sing Lean On Me all the time. We used to sing. I remember we watched like the movie about Ruby Bridges. That's the girl right that went to secondary school.
Mhm.
Ruby Bridges. Am I thinking of the right person?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I remember we watched that at one time. I have a dream. We're gonna make it up. Oh man! Of course, the most notorious thing from any Kim student. I remember because Princess and Ricky and Dwanisha and Rihanna. I don't know if you know any of those people. Well, you know Princess, of course.
I know
Princess,
Ricky.
Princess, your first lady crush. After you crushed on like 10 dudes before that, Princess was the first girl you had a crush on, right?
All right. What's next?
You know Ricky? Well,
Yeah.
of course you know Ricky. He used to ball with us. He was the lefty baller, a.k.a. Bricky. But yeah, I remember we were talking about it one time, and then Ricky, he just started doing the beat to this song, and then we all do the song. Cause even though we all went to different Kip schools, it's like, read, baby, read. It's just a stupid ass song about reading books or something. And we used to get so hyped over that because we used to do the beat, and that was just everything to us. Yeah, Kip was a pretty wild experience. But my favorite Kip memory of all, and after this we don't leave the Kip stuff alone, but this is my favorite Kip memory of all time. So they also had end of the year celebrations, which were like big extravaganzas. Like they go to Mexico, they go on cruises, they go to Disney World, stuff like that. So of course, if you were consistently below, if your paycheck average was like lower than, I think if your paycheck average was lower than 70, I think they gave you some leeway. If your paycheck average was lower than 70, you couldn't go on the end of the year field trip. Instead, you would be at the school writing reflection packets. You know what a reflection packet is, Marc?
A what package?
A reflection packet.
To talk about all the bad shit you did over the year, basically.
Yeah, and also, no, they have them for every week. Like every week you didn't go to celebration, you would do the reflection packet and whatever. And then after you finish, you just used to put your head down until it was time to go home. And what do they call it? What was I about to say? Reflection packet.
So how long did it have to be at like for the whole year?
It was also to reflect on. It was also to reflect on meaning of different virtues and stuff like that.
Mm.
Like I remember they had like ones on like pride, grit, integrity, character, and they had like different ones with different virtues, and depending on which virtue you got sent to reflection for, that's what the package they'll give you. Like for instance, say you were cheating, then they'll give you the integrity package.
Who's to say that like any of the kids who had 80, like doesn't mean that they necessarily have those virtues or like are respectable in any way. Like you acted out like verbally or whatever, like very obviously. But those kids could be, still like unvirtuous, like shitty kids, and they get to go to Mexico.
That was always like the 8th graders. Like the really big stuff was usually for the 8th graders, like the people that the end of the year when they were just about to be basically like graduation, you know. But I remember I remember the 4th grade one. That was with Miss Griffiths, and they went to, I can't remember the name of it, but it was some amusement park. That's one thing they did. I remember. And you had to pay like a little fee or some sort, I think. I mean, I wouldn't know because I never went on one of the field trips. But my favorite kid story, Anyway, so we're in reflection, and we're all lining up to go to lunch. So we're coming from lunch, and Mr. Schaefer is this white guy, blonde hair, about, let's say, about 5'11", white guy, blonde hair, pretty decent build, pretty standard looking white guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit better looking than the average white guy. Just imagine him. And he's got his khakis, he's got his blue long sleeve shirt with his tie and his shirt's tucked into his pants like a fucking narc. So that's what this guy looks like. So he says, I remember, he told us before we got there, he was like, make sure you bring no food into reflection with me. So this one girl, Tyriel, she was like notorious for fighting all the time and stuff like that. She has an orange. And she's just eating this orange while we're standing in the line. And Mr. Schaefer just looks at it. Then out of nowhere, he like, not sprint, but he like walks as fast as you can, like a speed walk. She like speed walks right up to her, snatches it out of her hand, and slams it on the ground. It slams it on the ground, and it just exploded all over the place. He got orange juice on everybody. And then Tariana looked up at him, and she started laughing. And then he started laughing, and then we all started laughing. And then he was like, all right, go to reflection, or whatever. And that was my favorite McDonald's 15 memory.
Wow. I went to
What's your favorite LFC memory?
Lake Forest memory? Man. There's not a wholesome one that I can really think of. Honestly, there's a condom story. That's the hardest I think I ever laughed in an extremely long time.
Also, man, I wasn't there for that one. I just heard about that. I've heard about that. That was 8th grade, right?
Yeah, in Miss Wallace's class. It was the perfect characters from the culprit chancellor to do that, from for the class that happens in Miss Wallace's class. It was just perfect. And the people around me, Edward, Brian, Royal, oh my God. I think it might have been from that aspect, it might have been the most enjoyable, like in-class experience I've had in school. Just because I had those people, like those people in the class. Because every other year, it was fine, but I never had a lot of my friends in the class all day with me.
Yeah, all day. You said it was you, Royal, Tolbert, Edward.
It was only 5 dudes.
Wasn't McMurtry in there?
McMurtry wasn't in there. It was just us 5 and 17 girls. But I remember having a class. You remember Dorian Compton?
Yeah. I didn't really know him, though.
He was not. He had a mental issue. It's like, I don't know. What's the one where you just have no regard to anyone else's feelings?
I don't know. Autism?
It was very aggressive autist then. I remember one time he had dog poo on his shoe, hardened dog poo on the shoe. And he got scissors and scraped it off of his, scraped it from the crevices of his shoe. And when I wasn't looking, he would rub it on my pants. And
oh my God.
And he just I'm
why did he do that to you?
I was just sitting next to him.
And because you were sitting next to him, you were the one that had to do it. Yes.
And I didn't know what to do because I wanted to fight him. I got angry.
You should have done. You should have body slammed him into that desk.
He was he kept doing.
You seen the WWE? I felt like he really needed an attitude adjustment. You feel?
Yeah, he did do that. He needed 3 attitude adjustments with the 3 in a row with no pin in between. You know. But I just remember him doing that, and he had this blank expression on his face. like with absolutely no regard with who he's doing this to. It's like it's not even as if he was like enjoying doing this to someone, because he had never talk to me. He was just doing it because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I ever said a word to Dorian.
Yeah, he's gonna murder somebody someday. But
you remember when, what was his name? Daquan got like Cox Comeback Kid or something like that?
What do you mean?
They had like some award. It was from like Cox Cable or some shit. And they
Yeah, I do remember that. They didn't get it for like he was a good student in an adverse situation because his like dad died or something.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
That was. I really liked Daquan. He was a cool guy.
I didn't talk to him too much. Once again, kind of similar to Dorian. I barely said 2 words to him, maybe.
But yeah, I was in class when I was in like 7th grade. That's when I had man. Well, maybe it was 6th grade.
2nd grade?
No, I think it was 6th or 7th grade. In 6th grade,
it wasn't 7th.
That was another wild year. That was a legitimately fun year because no work was being done. People were constantly throwing erasers. I remember there was a time we were pranking the teachers. Oh my god! I remember we had Miss Moore, and she's just like this very like absent-minded old lady. And I remember one time, I think it was Ashton, and he put hand sanitizer and eraser shavings in her coffee, and
she drank it.
And she drank it, and we watched her drink it, and she like
nobody was like, "Oh, Miss Moore."
No, no, and I don't remember exactly what happened. Like maybe she said it tastes weird, but she didn't finish it. I know that much. And like she never asked any question about it. And I guess since she didn't finish it, she never saw the shavings at the bottom of the thing. So
oh yeah, the racial shavings just sunk to the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Was it black coffee?
It wasn't black. I think it was like kind of light brownish or whatever.
Oh, so like, but you couldn't see the racial shavings?
Yeah, you couldn't see it, but why?
But she could taste the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I remember like the dude squirting it in the cup, like getting the hand sanitizer and squirting it in the cup, doing pumps, and it was just oh my god, who was the?
That's so wild, dude.
I remember Alton, this dude Alton. He was so cool. Remember him? He was a cool guy.
Alton?
No, Alton, like A-L.
Oh, Alton. Oh, I got you.
Yeah. And
was he the guy with the messed up cheek or something like that?
No, that's Corey. Corey's the one with the messed up cheek. He was also
Corey Dupart.
Yeah, just 6th grade, 7th, 8th grade. Most fun I ever had in classes. Because if you had classes with your friends. No, 7th grade fucking sucked. Actually, I think about it.
Why 7th grade sucked?
Because I didn't like my classmates. You were the only one that was my friend. I mean, I guess Tyreek technically was my friend, but I didn't like him that much, really. Like, it was in a way that I could not put my finger on it. You know, I don't like him. I don't know why. Some unsavory about this individual. But 6th and 8th grade.
I didn't hear what you said, Mark.
Oh. Alright. Oh.
You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
You're just not trying to honor or response?
Yeah, I'm not going to honor that. Man.
That was comedy gold.
But I went to so many different schools in early elementary. What?
That's just to the teachers, though. That's funny.
Oh yeah, he was a clever little guy, a clever, defiant little guy. Anyways, I'm trying to find that example when I was like it was an in-class setting, and it was like I was afraid of being the next one to be spoken about. I can't remember it, but it's such
I remember Devontae Taylor used to be roasting people on the side.
He never
You
did.
remember Dontez?
Yeah, I had class with him.
Oh, yeah, we were in the same class.
But, man. I remember.
Nobody ever roasted you, Mark? You can't remember getting roasted with your time?
Not to my face. I mean, people were talking about behind my back. But let me say this first. Devontae was the short one, right? He was a shorter guy.
Dante?
Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae, he was short.
Like, looking back on it now, like, there's some people you can kind of, like, map out what they're going to do with their lives or how they're going to look in 20 years. He seems like he's going to be primed to be the short, like, very overweight football coach who wears like a flat brim Nola fitted cap, and we're always wearing like cargo shorts, and like really fresh Jordans, and he holds a bat.
I like the way you just threw in the really fresh Jordans in there.
And he carries a bat during football practice. Like he strikes me as that person.
Yeah, he does strike me as that person too.
Okay, I like to know that I'm accurate in that wild prediction.
That is pretty wild, but it's pretty accurate too. What am I going to be in the future, Mark?
No telling.
No telling?
No telling. I don't even know if you're gonna be a failure or success. No telling.
Damn, Mark. How you just diss me like that?
I'm not dissing you. Man, if you went to the Oracle at Delphi, what would you want? I'd rather the person like tell me something non-committal than say exactly what my future is. Even if it was like something like
I know what you're gonna be, Mark.
What?
It's not too late. There's still plenty of time for you to join a Division I football team.
Okay. All right. I think you need to inhale more miasma to get more accurate readings.
I think I need to inhale more. More cocaine. That might be good too.
Oof. Don't know if that would go well.
Have you ever seen someone who's on cocaine, Mark?
Not knowingly.
I saw someone who was on cocaine. Let me tell you, that's one of a kind.
You know, I feel like what's that dude's name? Noah. I feel like he might have been on cocaine at school.
Noah who?
The big white guy, who said that he was descendant of a Viking, and he used to play basketball with us sometimes on the blacktop in the early days of the blacktop. What's his name?
No one. Don't you mean Eli?
Eli. Okay, I think he has a brother Noah. Yeah, I think his older brother's Noah. Yeah, Eli. But I feel like he was taking uppers. He had a heavy upper energy.
You know, he honestly did. By comparing that to this one time I saw a girl on cocaine, it was pretty similar, honestly.
But what setting did you see this girl on cocaine?
AUL.
Like in class or something?
No, we were at her apartment. Or was it a roommate's apartment? I'm not a roommate apartment. One of her friends' apartments. Something like that. We're at someone's apartment. Then the coke just comes out of nowhere. You know how that is. They have their travel bags ready.
Oh yeah, can't leave my bed without my travel kit.
Yeah, but you don't know her though.
That's fine. Why would that even? I wasn't gonna ask that. I didn't care about that. It was like, what situation where you met someone that was doing cocaine? I'm like, in class maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
Class? That would be pretty cool. I saw somebody. They just like answered all the questions 100% correct.
Or just like if it's a presentation, they have like this great energy, but they're saying absolutely nothing. I think that's quintessential cocaine guy energy.
Sometimes people on cocaine, at least from the couple I see, they seem pretty He's pretty articulate at times.
Well, maybe
but he talks very fast.
Weren't the people you're hanging out with like high achiever types? So maybe that's just them. Like, didn't you used to tell me like all these people that you hang out with, they were here, like they had high aspirations from themselves or from like their parents or whatever, but they end up having like one fatal flaw about them.
Yeah, most of them were engineering majors. Also, at the same time, most of them had ADD or ADHD. So, they already be doing meth with a little cocaine.
I mean, honestly, cocaine is a step down from meth.
See what I'm saying? Maybe that's why they were so articulate, so fluid.
I remember there was this guy that you lived in, like the building lived in, and I smelled like I just came out of a den, just blazing weed for like the last 2 days, just packed onto all my body, all in my clothes and stuff. But it's just because of my shampoo or whatever. And I walked past this guy, this black guy, and he said, "Hey, you smoke?" Just out of nowhere, uninitiated, and I'm like, "Damn, I'm ready to fix this problem." I'm smelling way too dank.
Smell like Khalifa Kush, Marc.
Smell like what?
Khalifa Kush. With Khalifa Kush?
I don't know anything about your hip hop music.
All right, Marc.
Anyways, man, I don't know. Did anyone ever smoke weed like at school? There's probably a bunch of people that came to school high.
What, at Franklin?
Yeah, I mean, or
LFC.
or LFC, I guess.
He came through high at Franklin. I don't know. I've seen a few people with the red eyes, man. I know I've seen them. I just can't remember who it was.
In fairness, I was one of them, so they could just be like tired or whatever from studying.
Nah, then I was like, ask them, like, bro, are you high? They just slowly raise one finger up to their lips. Casey? It might have been Casey.
Casey Carr?
Yeah, it might have been Casey Carr.
What? He's supposed to be my straight edge bookworm. Come on. He's ruining the manifestation I had of him in my head.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Honestly, I don't know. I can't put that on my boy Casey.
Do you know what college he went to?
What college he went to?
Yeah.
I know he took a gap year with Simon and he went to Europe. I don't know what college he went to.
Yeah, that's probably really cool. Going to see the Holocaust Museum. Going to see the Pope. I wonder how easy it is to see the Pope. Like, does he do mass every day? What does he do every day?
I don't think he does mass every day.
What is he good for then? Huh. What would I want to see? Like, you went to Europe.
I just saw a movie that was really good. It's called The Two Popes.
Two Popes, One Church?
No, The Two Popes.
What is it about?
The Two Popes.
Oh, the Great Schism?
No, it's not about the Great Schism.
Oh.
It's like the two most recent popes, I think.
Oh, Francis and what's his nuts? What was the guy?
Bergoglio or something like that? Bergoglio?
Well, what was the anything of note from their lives?
They were doing a lot of pope stuff. There was a part where they had a lot of shooting, a lot of killing.
Oh, akimbo popes going through the favelas spreading Catholicism?
No, man, it was like in Argentina. They got taken over by a dictator. And then they're at the church or whatever. They're at one of their missions, not the church, they're at a mission. And then the dictator's boys show up, and he just started blasting it.
Wow.
I remember that part. But basically, the whole point of the movie was the Pope that was sitting at the start of the movie. He's like this very conservative guy, right-wing guy. And this other Pope, he wants to hand in his resignation because he doesn't like the way the church is going. The people are, because the church stands on abortion, gay people and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He feels like they're going in the wrong direction, so he wants to retire. But if you're a cardinal, you have to get permission from the Pope to retire. So he went to go see the Pope, and he booked his flight ticket, and then the Pope called for him to go there, whatever. So anyway, based on a bunch of coincidences, some type of way, this other guy, the right-wing guy, he decided that God wanted him to resign. So he resigned from the papacy. Papacy?
Papacy, yeah. Papacy.
He resigned from the papacy. And the other guy got voted in to be the Pope. That was basically the movie. It was pretty damn long to see that little happened.
Seems interesting.
Yeah, I think you would like it. It was long, but it didn't feel like it was long, but it wasn't slow, but not that much. I don't know how they pulled that off.
Well, I mean, it's like Transformers. They make a 3-hour movie, and the plot is literally.
No.
What?
Transformers with Transformers is they stretch out every single scene way longer than it has to be. Transformers is just a bloated movie.
I can agree. But every Michael Bay movie is very long. He did this movie, I think it was just called Pearl Harbor, and it was 3 hours long. And most of the movie wasn't even about Pearl Harbor itself. It was about this love story on the base, but in the middle.
Between two of the guys?
No, between.
I'm about to say, this doesn't sound like a Michael Bay movie.
no gay stuff. Straight up, it was straight guys. But, on TV, this is normally a 3-hour movie or something like that. On TV, 5 hours or something, more than that. So why would you put that on TV? But in the middle, though, all the action, some of the best action ever put on film. He's good at that. It's pretty awesome. He has a talent at doing good action on film. But yeah, missing with that romance stuff. I want to see dog fights.
Dog fights. I mean, if you watching the Pearl Harbor movie, you want to see planes crashing in a boat.
Well, that too. But it wasn't purely one-sided as in reality it wasn't as one-sided. It wasn't a pure 9/11 event. There was some combat.
Interesting. If I could add one thing about my English teacher, he was a big fucking dork.
How so?
He's just a big dork. If you saw him, you'd know what I meant.
Well, in lieu of that, I need you to describe how's he a dork then?
Nah, he's a dork.
All right. What does he wear? Does he tuck in his shirt or something? What makes him a dork?
He tucks in his shirt. Check one.
All right. So is he visually a dork, or he's also
He just got that vibe. He's from Boston. He doesn't have the Boston accent.
Dang.
He's too much of a dork. I don't know. Maybe I should just get positive about this class, because I'm going to have to take it. Because I just checked, I don't know, maybe an hour ago, I just checked, and there's no other English class I can take. I even checked honors English. And it turns out they only have one section at Delgado.
You know what I hate? Everyone complains about water levels in games in general. But really, I fucking hate water levels in Mega Man games. Mega Man is barely mobile while he's what the fuck? So, oh my god, he moves like I don't even know what to describe. He's just so arduous. And they put spikes on there, and spikes are one hit kill no matter what. And it's just like I could barely control myself.
Underwater spikes. That's just grimy.
This is why I'm so mixed.
Do you have the volume on your TV?
No.
Oh, because I couldn't hear any of it. I was like, what's going on?
And I was listening to some of the Mega Man music from some of the games I played recently, and I remember approximately 0 of the levels, but I remember every song though. It's odd. Music is banging, super banging. It's up there with Sonic soundtracks. If you're looking for a new game to buy, you should buy that Mega Man X collection. The first one. I think you would enjoy that a lot.
You say you think I would enjoy it?
Yeah, I think it's like $20.
Is that like X1 through 4?
Yeah. Which are the better?
Playing X4, it was very hard for me back when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're all pretty hard. But like X1 is the best Mega Man game out of all of the series, in my opinion. In like every single facet, the gameplay, the bosses, the level design, the music is fantastic. Some of the best music in any video game I ever played. It's a magnificent game, really. Fuck. Have you been playing any games recently?
I just played 2K the other day. I don't know why.
No, I haven't touched 2K probably in 2 years. So
I beat Celeste a while ago, but I've been playing some of the B-sides here and there. Did you ever get Celeste?
No, I was gonna buy it during the winter sale, and I ended up buying something else. Ended up buying Rainbow Six Siege.
That's you bought?
I bought it as a gift for someone, and honestly, I feel bad because honestly I didn't get you anything, but I don't know your Steam account thing, and I would have bought you something. But that's the only way I could give gifts.
I don't even have a Steam account.
Hey, if you get one, I'll buy you a game. But yeah, I bought it as a gift.
You bought Rainbow Six Siege for a pretty girl?
Yeah, a beautiful girl named Sam.
Oh wait, you're talking about man? See, that was kind of grimy because Sam is actually a girl's name too.
Yes. Come on.
I hate that Sam can be short for Samuel or Samantha.
Or Samuelson.
Samuelson?
Yes.
That's a stupid name.
Usually a last name.
Well, doesn't that mean that technically Samuel is short for Samuelson?
I mean, is John short for Johnson?
Yes.
Well, I guess with that logic, you would say yes to that then.
If you have a kid, what you would name him?
I don't know, like Augustus or something. If it's a guy. If it's a girl, I don't know what I would name her.
Unless your wife's sick.
I don't know, maybe Joan. No, I caught that motherfucker. It's definitely going to be a husband.
All right, Mark. No jokes. Real talk. I'm going to be honest with you for a moment here.
What?
You ever just look at a guy and be like, damn, he's kind of cute though?
No.
Never?
Not really, no.
Wow, that happens to me all the time. Maybe I'm actually a raising homo.
Well, at least bisexual.
Yikes.
I mean, you would have known by now. It's not something that just, like, just because it creeps up on you when someone comes out the closet, like you being bisexual or gay, doesn't creep up on the person that has it. So you would have known.
You saying I would have known by now if I was bisexual?
Yes.
Maybe I have known. I never told anyone.
Well, whenever you want to come out, I'm ready.
You ready to bend over?
No, I'm ready. I'm going to accept you. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Oh. All right. Well, I'm gonna wait till I'm famous. Then I'll come out.
You're going to wait till what?
I'm famous.
Oh, you're going to milk that. I see. Real.
I'm gonna come out with a song.
Yes, like it's gonna be. I don't know if Frank Ocean ever like officially like made a thing saying it came out.
He did. It was like a Tumblr post.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember reading that on Rap Genius that he made a Tumblr post, but I just know like
It's not too often you see somebody coming out as bisexual. I said it's not too often you see somebody come out as bisexual.
Yeah. But it's good. We need more of that.
I feel like low key, most bisexual people, they'll just date the opposite sex just to have an easier life.
Well,
what do you think about that opinion, Marc?
I don't think that is I think that's a very heterosexual male thing to believe. I don't even, how does it even make it? It makes the pool wider, but that doesn't make you more attractive.
What? No, I said they would only date the opposite sex.
Oh, I thought you were saying that bisexual have it easier because they have more people to choose from.
I mean, yeah, that's too. Right?
I mean, technically that is true. That doesn't mean I don't think it's a major difference. But because you have to have like gay people to like a small amount of gay people in your area, and you shave that down to the gay people are actually attracted to you. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, you're correct. I think.
Have you ever even known a bisexual person? I'm starting to think they don't exist.
Oh, it definitely exists. I think more people are bisexual than they themselves would admit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I only know one bisexual person. And you know, they only like guys. So are they bisexual?
I mean, in practice, I guess not, but hypothetically, theoretically, in the laboratory, they're bisexual. Motherfuck.
Ran to the spikes underwater again?
No, there's like these enemies are like hopping around underwater, and I'm trying to dodge their pellets, and they're all like stacking on top of each other. It's just a chaos right now. There's the spikes, and like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to make the perfect jump. There we go. Controller just ran out of batteries. That's cool.
Why don't you get a wire controller, Marc? That's what poor people do. Save on batteries.
Well, I have rechargeable batteries, so it's not a money thing.
Oh. But then you had to get 2 pairs of rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, I got 4 rechargeable batteries and I lost one, so I functionally have one set of rechargeable batteries.
So stupid.
Oh, damn it. I guess I'll just handle that later. And I was about to go into the boss room too. I just finished that hard part. The thing about this particular Mega Man game is that the levels seem very short. but they're all pretty hard. Like they're harder than the older games, which is an interesting. It's a Super Meat Boy approach to video game design.
You ever played board games as a kid, Mark?
In aftercare, I did. Played Sorry, Monopoly, Candyland. I love Candyland. We played that at home.
I used to like Candyland too. I was the best at Candyland until I had the most skill.
Right.
That's what it really takes.
There was this.
Same thing with Monopoly.
I don't remember. I never understood Monopoly, but I just like Candyland. They always have this part on the map. I don't know, like a chocolate swamp or something, and it's like you skip a big chunk of the map. And I was like, my whole like experience playing the game was just getting excited thinking about going through that chocolate swamp, skipping a big chunk of the level, just passing everyone by.
You ever played the Game of Life?
Nope. I never had that. How is that?
Well, it's just what it sounds like. Like you get jobs, they give you money, spend money on stuff, you lose money sometimes.
What happens if you spawn?
The whole thing. What?
What happens if like could you spawn as like a black 18-year-old living in like Alabama?
Well, you can, but then you only get to go 3 spaces before it's all over.
Dang.
What do you think about Cards Against Humanity?
I think that's pretty lame. If you have cool friends, they say all that stuff in Cards Against Humanity like on the regular. So why would you play a game?
Yeah. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity is a game for people who don't talk the way that we do.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was like Christmas vacation. I went to San Antonio, and my mother, my uncle, my grandparents, and some other adults were all playing Cards Against Humanity, and they were just saying all these things, and like people were laughing at it and stuff. I was thinking, like, what? Like we had like all the children had to go upstairs for this bullshit. Like you're just saying, I mean, yeah, it's disgusting sexual stuff. But everyone says this. Like, doesn't everyone say this? Maybe not. But it's not like that is like gonna hurt my virgin ears. But I don't know.
I don't know. People really would like to shield their children from. I was about to say childs. They like to shield their children from that sort of thing.
It depends on how old the child is. If it's past puberty, it's going what? You want to shield your child from like, I skull fucked Anne Frank before I gassed her. Like you want to shield your child from that as they're like upstairs jacking off to like super hardcore porn. Like I think one is, I think one is like okay if they experience one.
One is good clean fun. The other is Cards Against Humanity.
And that is Cards Against Humanity. I don't know why anyone would ever play that.
Hey, you went from this kind of lame to I don't know why anyone would ever play that.
Well, yeah, it's lame because the appeal of it is to people who don't say anything interesting.
Yeah, I got you.
Like I don't know.
You'd be surprised how creative the white people can be with their racist stuff in Cards Against Humanity.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Those are black people playing the game because it's my family. But I imagine for white people, it's like it's people who think saying the N-word, like they giggle when they are trying to say the N-word. Like it's for those type of people too.
Do you think white people should say the N-word, Mark?
I mean, I don't really have a strong opinion on it, but I'm like, you giggling about it, like I don't like that. Why are you acting like that's anything special to say? It's just a word, and you're acting like you're making it heighten what it is. I just don't like that. Like that person shouldn't be able to say it because they think it's a joke. All right. My opinion on that was always, there's really no point for anyone really to say it. The only reason black people still say it because it fits very well in rap music. But if it didn't fit well in rap music, I think we'd all stop saying it like 50 years ago.
True. And now that it's in rap music, it's a part of culture.
Yeah, you really can't ban people from saying it. It like rap would be ruined then. But that's just
I
my.
don't think rap would be ruined. I think that might be more for rap.
Ruined, absolutely ruined.
No, it'd be better for creativity.
Fuck that. No one's creative anymore. Let's just nosedive
Somebody has
into
to
it.
line something else with trigger. You have to line something else with trigger.
Can't think of a single word.
I can think of one.
See, the great thing
I can think of one.
The N-word is so flexible because you could do hard R or soft A. Depending on your accent, East Coast or West Coast, you can fit that into other things as well. So I think it's really a versatile word, and I think even white people should embrace it as well. Put it in their country songs, you know?
You ever heard the song Kneel My Ass?
What my ass?
Kneel.
Kneel my ass.
As in kneel, like kneel for the pledge of allegiance?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that
No.
song?
No. It sounds very progressive, understanding.
I've never heard it, but I've heard of it. I'm not going to go listen to it because I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of getting the extra views or extra stream or whatever. I guess I could go look at like a lyric video. That way he doesn't get it. Oh no, those views they get demonetized.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, the odd thing about American racism is that we have to, like, all these racist people say racist things, but in a way that they says, no, it's not racist. I just love my country. But don't you understand that black people are also part of the country? But no one ever goes that extra step in asking that question. But anyways, like with the thing with like other places racism, it's like overt. It's a part of the culture. Like Italians hate those Slavic dogs in the Balkans, and the people in the Balkans all hate each other and did like Holocaust to each other like 20 years ago. They're very overt to like, at every chance they have to kill each other, they do. And it's awesome because we're all open about it. Like you just tell the person that's hateful, that's these divisions aren't substantive. This is an ad. This is not positive. You don't have to think like this. You got to be more open, or we're never gonna make progress. Since it's overt, you can kind of correct them. But since people do racist shit here and then act like no, it's not racist, you could never pin them down through speech, which is very frustrating.